Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. He is taking a 1-0 approach. Even though this team is on a 5-game winning streak and they have an unranked opponent coming into town today, he said...
Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Longhorns offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And here comes Keelan Russell. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little...
Makes the grab in their space. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
How about an RD? What a start. You want to come out and say, I'm going to be aggressive. We're going to take shots. We're going to make big plays. Look no further than the first play of the game. What a start.
Keelan Russell rushes on. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds. They'll need a bunch on second down. Reading the option, it's Russell. And he probably should have left that one with the back as he is just smashed in the backfield. Russell from the gun on third down. Slings it. Complete to the right. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Longhorns want to move quickly.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
They'll move the wide receiver. Sweet cut there. There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. With the run on first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Throwing Russell. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. It's third and goal and third and long. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Dead center perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wildcats offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David, but the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it, it's another thing to stop it. And it just impressed with the way they move him around, they use him. Sometimes he blocks, sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman, sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Under pressure. They got him. Great pressure on this defense.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Dropping back, it's Ward. They're all over it. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Left side is Ferguson. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Hand it to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Out wide right, it's Townsend. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Russell on play action. Good job just to get rid of that one. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. On the move. Makes his man miss. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Russell. That's caught. It's Bear. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kane. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Churns into the pile. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
From the red zone, it's Henderson. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On the ground, going for the 1st down with the give to the tight end. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. And the Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their 1st. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. They'll send out the kicker here. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Takes the handoff. It's Patterson. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football. And you can tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness, still had a little space left.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Ward. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play. But instead, he gives up the big safety.
Trying to get started. Quick step and go. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Out wide left, it's Lockett. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you,
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback keeper. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Not a lot of room to field this one. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. The run inside. It's Patterson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Back to pass, it's Ward. Caught over the middle, it's Barry. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Plays that one perfectly, exceptional accuracy on the punt. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They go play action with Russell. Just gets rid of that one. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. To throw, it's Ward. Finds his target. At the 35, he's loose. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Throws it off the RPO. Fights off a defender. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Barry. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They've got it at the 41. 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Just keeps slinging it. Going to try to get it himself. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. But starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Gives it. Sweet cut there. Oh, he's got some space. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground. The Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. On the RPO, got him. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
You got to be so careful, too, David, because on 3rd and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
Making the adjustment on the play. From the gun. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
They want to run this quarterback. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Motion from the wide receiver. Brings into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Longhorns are rolling down the field.
And you gotta lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think
can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Russell on play action. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Keelan Russell. Look out! That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the upright.
how nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. This is a designed run. Short gain on the play before he slides. Here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, it's Patterson. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Ward. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Back's got it on the screen. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Scoop and score. Touchdown, Longhorn. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business. As an offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Right side, it's Patterson. Kentucky right back to the line. Back to pass on second down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Rush right in his face. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Going to field this one in tight quarters. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got his man on the right. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Longhorns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Throwing Russell. Fires to the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. The punt team makes its way onto the field. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. These corners going to give them some space. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's lead things off with the Utah State Aggies taking on the number 19 team, the Boise State Broncos. And it's the Aggies on top right now as they look to dig out of a big hole. Dropping 4 of the first 5 was no way to start a season. Perhaps they found something here today. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is. Now back over to your game at DKR in Austin. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
The Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Scanning the field, it's Ward. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Turning it on. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. The inside. Touchdown, Texas. And the punishment has been extended.
Well, we know this offense can score points in a variety of ways. You saw it in the first half, and here we go in the second half. They're explosive. They've got playmakers all over the field, and they waste no time putting up another touchdown.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Patterson. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down to the air. Rush is on. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Here comes the heat. Left side is Lockett. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Long way to go on second down. Russell. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Third and long right here. They'll move the wide receiver. Russell from the gun on third down. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. The kick is on its way. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. The Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Looking for space. It's Patterson. They were all over it. Second and long here. To the air, it's Ward. Fires to the middle. Not enough juice on that one. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got him quickly. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Looks it in. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Looking for a crease. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. Out wide left, it's Townsend. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the counter. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Keelan Russell. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Could not make his way to the corner. They'll need a bunch on second down. Hits inside. It's Patterson. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Under pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. They'll try the right side. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback keep. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Throwing Russell. Keeping his eyes downfield. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on first. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback on the keeper. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Pulls it again on the option. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll run the counter. Run ends there. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Ward. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Who holds the lead, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. That's reeled in. It's Barry. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Out wide right, it's Ferguson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He wants to go deep. Pass is batted down, knocked away, incomplete, and This linebacker in pass coverage is up to the task. Snaps on 4th down. Turns it upfield. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Pulls it, trying to get the corner. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Ward. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They'll run it. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides to the back. And he's brought down after a short gain. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Keeps it himself. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Barry. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Leaves it with the back. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Nowhere to go. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Moves the pocket. It's Ward. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Nothing there, and he just had to throw it away. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws for the tight end. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Can't get him to the ground. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver going in motion. Just feeds the running back. Driven back. Coming to the line, looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 29. Russell. Left side is Townsend. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his feet. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They'll stop things momentarily for an injury on the play. There is a Kentucky Wildcat down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They want that clock to run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Rid of it on the RPO. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Oh, pressure's coming. And he gets it away.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Release to the back. Hauls it in. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Red pass, it's complete.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. He's looking to pass. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese